We have the next question from the mic in front.
My name is Chandran. Good evening, Dr. Tun Mahathir. How are you, sir? And Dr. Zakir, how are you, sir? I have deep respect for you. I've heard you in the YouTube many a times, and I know who you are, sir. Okay. You said about the ratio of conversion. Dr. Zakir said India was ruled by Muslims for 1000 years, and India is still Hindu. America and Europe may become Muslim countries because of you. But 1000 zakir, naik. Naik means up in Malay, no? Or 1000 years from now, Hinduism will not turun, but will naik. For now, India will be Hindu, even for 1000 more years. Even if the world is broken up tomorrow, a Hindu will pray Namah Shivaya. Thank you, sir.
The brother asked the question that I said America, many people accepting Islam, and if Muslims ruled India for 1000 years, yet 80% are Hindus. Naik means up. That was trying to prove that Islam wasn't spread by the sword. That answer I give in context, that if Islam was spread by the sword, then the Muslims, when they ruled India for 1000 years, they would have forced everyone to become Muslim. They did not do that. Regarding Hindu, brother, Hindu is a geographical definition for a person living in India. By definition, I am a Hindu. Hindu is a geographical definition, and I will remain a Hindu. It is not a religious definition. According to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the word Hindu did not appear in any of the Indian literatures until the Arabs came to India. This word Hindu was given by the Arabs. Hindu means living in the land of India. Even today when I go to Gulf countries, Saudi Arabia, they call me Hindi. Hindi means Indian. So Hindu is not a religious definition. It's a misnomer. Therefore Swami Vivekananda said that Hinduism is a misnomer. They should be called as Vedantist. So if you say Hindu, yes, India will be there, inshallah. And I'm proud to be an Indian. And the people living in India are called Hindu. It's a geographical definition. It is not a religious definition. Nowhere will you find in the Vedas or Upanishad the word Hindu. It all came after the Arabs gave this word. The right word should be Sanatar Dharma or should be Vedantist. So this word is a misnomer. So geographically I am a Hindu because I live in India and it will remain there. But as far as the religion, the fastest growing religion throughout the world today is Islam, not only in the Western world, even in the Eastern world. Throughout the world today, the fastest growing religion in the world is Islam. And inshallah, this religion will keep on spreading, as you said, Naik, going on top. I know that. Someone told me that. And in Sanskrit, Naik means a mujahid. It means a hero and means a mujahid. One should strive, and I am a mujahid. Hope that answers the question.
Thank you. Can we have the next question from the sister?
I have a question here from a non-Muslim sister, but she's not. She don't want to come in front.
Okay, we will accept here once.
A non-Muslim sister has accepted Islam. She believes in one God and prayers, but she cannot tell her family as it is will endanger her life. Her family wants her to marry a non-Muslim. If she marries a non-Muslim, does that make her a non-believer again?
The sister has said that she believes in Islam, she believes in one God, she has become a Muslim, but her family doesn't like it and family wants to force her to marry a non-Muslim. So does that make her an unbeliever? It's clearly mentioned in the Quran. Allah says in the Quran in Surah Baqarah chapter number 2 verse number 221 that do not marry an unbelieving woman, do not marry an idolatress until she believes. A believing woman is far superior than an idolatress even if she allows you. And the verse continues, do not marry an unbelieving man, an idolater, until he believes. A believing man is far superior than an idolater. So marrying a non-Muslim according to the verse of the Quran, a person who does shirk, is prohibited. It's not allowed in Islam. If she has accepted Islam and she believes that Islam is the right religion, she believes in one God and Prophet Muhammad Messenger, then she should marry a Muslim only. If she marries a non-Muslim, it's not allowed in Islam. Hope that answers the question.
Thank you. Can we have the next question from the brother?
Yes, thank you for the wonderful talk. My name is Chai. I just want to know, since media is the most powerful weapon nowadays, certain irresponsible parties have released media which causes certain parties to resort to much violence method in solving the problem. According to Al-Quran, what is the best approach for this kind of scenarios?
The brother asked the question, I think is referring to the innocence of Muslims, correct?
Yes, correct.
The brother is saying that sometimes certain things, as media is the most powerful weapon, certain things come into the media which hurt the feelings of other people. So what is the best strategy that should be done? Brother is talking about a movie that was released a few weeks before, Innocence of Muslim, which has caused turmoil in the Muslim Ummah, a hue and cry. And I have given a reply that how Muslims should behave. Normally what happens that whenever such issues come, it's common for the Western world to bring out things which are against Islam. We had the case of Salman Rushdie wrote satanic verses, Taslima Nasreen wrote Lajja, then we had the Danish cartoons, now we have Innocence of Muslims. See, normally when such things come, almost all the Muslims jump into the agitation. Number one, what happens is that if Muslims are doing certain productive activity, for example, one person is doing some 100 points of activity, I am doing 100 points, he is doing 100 points. When such things happen, everyone jumps into it and we stop our normal activity. Maybe from 100 goes to 0.5. And we all jump into these things. Muslims are emotional, that is good, mashallah. But what happens, the growth of activity is stopped. What I suggest, there should be specialized organizations to deal with such issues. How today the aid of specialization, we have heart specialists, brain specialists, kidney specialists. We should have specialized Muslim organization to deal with these issues so that the other Muslims can continue with their normal routine activity of spreading Islam and not stop the growth. For this, I suggested 6 strategies. Number one, what I suggest is there should be a battery of international lawyers. The best lawyers from different parts of the world, maybe the best lawyers from Malaysia, from Muslim Gulf countries, maybe from India, maybe Sri Lanka, from different parts of the world, maybe best lawyers from UK, from USA. Whenever such things happen, we should file a case in the International Court of Law. I don't believe we will get justice. I know the International Court of Law is far away from justice, especially where Muslims are concerned. But at least we will put our point through. Have the best of lawyers. The person who has done the act, he should be brought to task. Even if the law will not punish him, but he'll have a hell of a time replying to it. Number one, we should have battery of international top lawyers. If required, we should hire even non-Muslim lawyers. Put a case in the International Court of Law, point number one. Point number two, the Muslim countries should protest officially. Through the foreign ministers of the country, they should protest through the ambassadors in that country that what has happened is wrong. Whichever country is involved in doing this act, all the Muslim countries through the foreign ministry, through the ambassador should protest, number two. Number three, we should give an intellectual reply to that act. Intellectual reply to satanic verses, intellectual reply to Danish cartoons, intellectual reply to Lajja or to Innocence of Muslim. Strategy number four, if we know the country involved in the act, if we know there is a dealing with the Muslim countries, there should be a ban in importing their products. The best example is during Danish cartoons, Denmark wasn't interested in listening to Muslims. So all the Gulf countries got together and they said, we banned the products of Denmark. They went in a loss of more than $1 billion. Then they wanted to sit across the table. Put a sanction against that country. If you believe in freedom of speech, we believe in freedom of using what we want. It's our wish whether we want to use Danish products or not. The moment there was a sanction against the Danish products, Denmark wanted to talk to the Muslims. This is strategy number 4. Strategy number 5, all the Muslims throughout the world should protest via email, via letters, via fax, protest to the person who's involved, the organization involved, or the country involved. At last, there should be a mass peaceful protest. There should be a show of strength, a peaceful protest, but it should be peaceful. We should not damage the property of another country, should not hurt innocent people, should not indulge in violence. It is prohibited. We should not kill anyone of the same community. As I said earlier, it is haram in Islam. There should be a mass peaceful protest. A show of strength should be there. Millions of people should gather together, but it should be a peaceful march. We should not indulge in violence. If Muslims get together and do it intellectually, inshallah, we can give a fitting reply to such things. Hope that answers the question.
Thank you. Can we have the next question?